Hey guys, and welcome to The Edge podcast brought to you by Lokin, where we have tough conversations with traders that have seen it all and made it to the top. Hey guys, today my guest is 0x River, one of the most OG trenchers out there right now. Hey man, how you doing? Thanks for taking the time.
I'm doing good.
Awesome. Why did you? I always ask this question because like people have different names, and yours is 0x River. So why did you choose this name, and why did you put in your bio George Soros Quant?
Uh, well, I had other Twitters before, but then a
Okay.
couple of them got like suspended, and then I deleted one. But
Hmm.
my original name, well, like not my original name, but like I would always do like my name like on like games and shit would be like River Gorilla, but
Right.
I thought River was just cleaner. I was like, just River just better. And then OX is just the ETH, so yeah,
Yeah. No, it is a
that's my
clean name.
name.
How long ago are you in the market? Like, 2021. When did you join?
Around 2020, I would say around
Okay.
2020 is when I actually like I knew about it before, but I would say 2020, 2021 is like when basically like NFTs is when I started like heavily actually like participating in the market.
Right. So you made your first big bag on NFTs, or was it the meme coins?
Um NFTs, I actually made a decent NFTs, but I lost all of it. So like I would, it's funny. I actually had so one thing I used to do. It kind of doesn't matter. So I had a group. I made my own Discord, and I would have like 30. Like I would. So you'd have whitelist spots for NFTs.
Yeah.
So I made my own Discord, and I would have like 30 different. I had 30 different like Discord accounts. And I would
Hmm.
change their PFPs to like other NFTs. So it'd be like some with Sol NFTs, ETH NFTs, et cetera, et cetera. And I would go to projects and be like, yo, I need whitelist. We have a private group of top trader, like top
Right.
people. And then I would show them like the NFT PFP, and like it would work 30% of the time. And I would finesse like a lot of shit from doing that.
I mean, if it worked, it worked. No.
Yeah.
And
Because I
then,
was not typing in those
yeah,
fucking chats, bro. It's not doing that.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Everyone starts somewhere. So that happened, and then 2021. So the cycle top, and then the bear market, and we were active back then, or you came back during the meme coin times. How was it after that? After the NFTs?
I NFTs I ran it up. NFTs were good, but they're also cringy. But
Yeah.
like get the type, like it was a lot of political game. It was actually annoying. But then also FTX happened, and
Hmm.
majority of my position was in Seoul,
Hmm.
and FTX happened, was kind of fucked me because I was
Yeah.
all in Seoul. And the day it happened, I was at a girl's fucking place, like a fucking piece of
Jeez.
shit, and I didn't know, bro. And then I came back to my PC, and then I saw my fucking bag down like infant, and then I saw everyone in my group chat saying, sell all of your soul, fucking short soul." And then I was like, bro, fuck me. And then like the Luna thing happened, and then
Yeah.
fucking like literal zeroed out.
Jeez. And
Uh,
how did you come back after that? Because it's a pretty significant loss.
no, I was completely like, I remember when it happened. I was still in college,
Right.
and I actually, it's funny. I wanted to drop out of college, and then that happened. I think I was and I was just like, fuck. And then I honestly just like I was just fucked because I was like after the FTX happened, it was just like, and then Luna, like FTX happened, I lost most of it, but then
Yeah.
people still had a shiver of hope because people were like, okay, the FTX happened, this is bottom, right?
Hmm.
Like I don't know if you remember, like people were like, oh, this is bottom, and then 3 months or 2 months later, Luna happened, and then we
Yeah.
literally went to the depths of hell.
Yeah. Yeah. That
So
were some of the craziest times. I remember personally, I was just like even not opening CoinGecko and stuff. I was just like, whatever.
it is bad, like, especially like FTX is bad, but like Luna was when it because Luna happened and it like that actually killed everything. Like especially Terra Luna, like bro, I remember like the guy because they would have the 5% interest rate, so much people would have that in there.
Yeah.
I don't know. That shit was
Yeah,
fucked.
yeah. I remember, like, actually, in my country, we were, second biggest community after Koreans on Terra Luna.
Oh,
We
GG.
Dude, like, every one of my friends, they kept money, in Anchor protocol, and every single one of them, like, they exactly understood how the burning mechanism worked, um, and then, yeah, and everyone was talking about that was one of the worst days in crypto I think I've been through so far. That was
Yeah,
crazy.
that
There was, like,
was
40 billion wiped out.
no that dude. It's so funny. Like, I think the most infamous KSI tweet where it was like Terra Luna nuked like 50%, and
Yeah.
then KSI was like, "I'm buying the dip," and then he bought like 5 mil.
Oh, geez.
I forgot what it. I think it dumped to like 100 to 50 or some shit. I forgot.
Yeah.
And then it literally went from 50 to zero, like
Oh my
literal zero in like 2 hours. It was insane. Actually, it was so insane.
Were you shorting or no?
Dude, you know what's so sad? I did short, but my position was so small because I had nothing. It meant
Yeah.
nothing. But I also shorted it like incorrectly. Like I should have. What was it? I shorted, but I didn't do enough because I
Mhm.
really didn't know. And then also I should have shorted. What was a free short was the peg. Like you could have
Yep.
shorted that, but I
Oh,
didn't.
yeah.
I didn't. Yeah, man.
Yeah, and also at some point you could do a lot of arbitrage. I know there was, like, people making money on that. So when they will, like,
Yeah.
withdraw here, and deposit there, and then there was, like, the bridge thing. So anyway, and so okay, so that happened, and then bear market, bad times. You came back.
Um.
You were already back then on CT, or you were not really that active?
When it was like bear market.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so I kind of quit because I was completely depressed, and then
Right.
and then I started seeing Rookie because Rookie started doing Magna
Yeah.
Monday, and then because he was super bullish, he was like, guys, like this is where you make most of the money, like this
Right.
is when you don't want to quit. Like, and he made Magna money for that reason because he himself didn't want to quit, and he wanted a reason to wake up in the morning.
Mhm.
And I was like, you know what, fuck it. I'm like not doing anything. I actually want to like persevere. And I would always wake up every day to Magna Money, like through the bear. It was like Bitcoin was 24K. Like, everything was literally dead. And he would
Yeah.
give such insane alpha. Like he was like Rookie, honestly, he would give the greatest alpha. Like he was so early to whiff. Like he was so early,
Mhm.
dude, so early to Popcat. It was ridiculous. Like I was like, I fumbled like 50 mil plus on Popcat. Like I was so early to, he was so
Wow.
early. I don't know if you guys remember like the early Popcat, like he was calling it so early. It was insane. It was so insane. And he was right.
Huh?
Like even a whiff too. I remember whiff was like, fuck, I forgot the market cap, but like he was so bullish whiff too. Like I don't know, he gave like such insane alpha because of that, and I just like kept going on, kept pushing because of them.
Insane, insane. So this is basically what brought you back to the markets, right? That was like the meme coins?
It wasn't just the meme coins. Like I used to, I traded perps. I
Okay.
would I would trade perps. I would because meme coins they were pretty dead
Yeah.
until like
Back
radium,
then.
like people, yeah,
Yeah.
until people started like okay, so like at first it was like the radium launches, but then people had to make the coins. Like this was pre-pump fun. So like,
Mhm.
but those are PVE runners. Like they were still very small on Soul, but people wanted, like they knew Soul was the future. Like,
Right.
but then so people wanted a Soul runner.
Hey, real quick, if you trade crypto or Forex and you keep running into the same set of mistakes, like taking profits too early, moving stop losses all the time, chasing the pump at 3 a.m., I know exactly what you're doing because I've been in the same place. And that's why we built Lock-in. Analyze thousands of accounts, over 400 data points per trade, 11 emotional states, every single thing that destroy traders. It's like whoop, bad for traders. Now, if you want to get access to top 7 mistakes that destroy over 90% of accounts, go to lockin.trade and leave your email. That will also put you on a priority access for the Lock-in app. Now, let's get back to the podcast.
Like, and that kind of whiff was basically that. Like, whiff was like, the Pepe of like, of Soul. and people was always looking for that. And then people, like meme coins started like coming back, and I would also do perps. Like I was in Tia. Tia was really good. Ondo to a condo. Like I was super bullish on Ondo. Like injective, I was bullish on like Jake. They're also dead now. They're also dead.
Yeah.
But those are really good in the bear markets, and they did like perform really well. Same with fucking Sui. I was doing the Sui NFTs. I remember like I had some Sui NFTs too.
Yeah, injective was insane. I do remember injective. I even like a friend was telling me, I think he had a position open. He put like, I don't know, like 30 bucks in margin at $2, and I think injective ran to like what, like $70,
like 40, like 40, 50, 40. I think.
40. Yeah. He closed it like 2.5 or something, and then he was like, "Fuck, it's too high, I'm not gonna enter." And yeah, happens to all of us. What is, or maybe what was your edge while trading perps? Like, how do you think about trading perps? What is your strategy?
Realistically, like, DeFi Squared, he's kind of dead now. I don't know if you knew that. Like, he was pretty big. He's like a really good, perp trader, really good. Like, he was one of the top, like, by a bit. He has a really good thing that I like where he was like, nothing will beat time on screen. Like, nothing will beat that. Like, you can have all the algos, you can have all the fucking, like, if you're not on your screen looking at the like transaction, if you're not looking at the chart, you're just never gonna simply get better. And I would just always be on. I would always be dialed in, and that was really like my edge. Even on meme coins, like people say Cupsey, like Cupsey is on every fucking day. Like when it was in the like he was. I remember there would be days, and I'm like, bro, how are you still fucking on? Because we would be in the same group, and I would literally be like, bro, how are you still on? It was insane, and it was insane because I started to get lazy, like because I started hitting some AI plays, and I started getting higher net, and I started getting lazy. But Cupsey was the opposite. Like he made more money and he got more active, and he was just like, wow. And he didn't party. Like he didn't care to party. He was literally like, yo, I remember he would always say this, and he was like, guys, this opportunity may never fucking come. Like you can go and party. That you can all. I remember you talked about this one. I don't know if he probably forgets this, but he was like, you can always party at any time in your fucking life. This opportunity may never fucking come. Like you're gonna regret not grinding 24/7 in these times. And he was completely shout out to Cupsey for that, because like it was actually like, and he would even now he's still like a bit dialed, but like it was insane. Just like time on screen, it was just what I mean.
Yeah, I think actually good that you said that, because there's a lot of people talking like, oh, Cupsey this, Cupsey that, but it's like, guys, he's like, you can also put in the work, right? And then the edge comes from your screen time, as you said. But like the guy has very solid rules, and it's very rare. It's so fucking rare when people make money and they are even more dialed. Like this rarely happens.
No, yeah, it never happens. It's like the opposite. People make a couple M's and they're like, yo, let's go to the bottles and the fucking strip club or something. You know what I mean? Like they're not like, yo, fuck party. Like, but I think that's also how he was as a person. Like he himself was like, I kind of just like to chill and like go to the gym and like life max and like shit like that. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, at the end of the day, money is only gonna exacerbate like how you are as a person. It's only gonna, like, you know what I mean? Like if you're the type of person who's like infatuated with the girls and partying, you're just gonna do more of that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. What are, that's actually an interesting topic. What are some of the other maybe lessons about money, or in general, like just these lessons that came to you through the last cycle and some of the realizations,
I think a good one was just, you have to make sure you understand why you're buying the things you're buying, and like not like, and if you're gonna bag hold something, like because a lot of people have this like notion of just like hold to zero, which is the dumbest fucking shit of all time. Like that is the dumbest shit of all time. And there's so much people who literally held to zero for no, especially in all the altcoins. Like there's so many like the thing is, you never really see, like there is somebody holding all of the dog shit altcoins that are at zero. Like there is someone out there. There's actually a TikToker that I follow, and he bought he started his like portfolio. He started with like 50K and he ran it up to like 300-400K with like altcoins. And he's still holding to this day. And he like he posts like updates like I'm still bullish on these altcoins, and they're like most dog shit altcoins. And he's still like, it's just so bad. Like you gotta stop that notion. You gotta stop that notion.
I
You know
agree
what I
with you.
mean?
I think it's sad to some extent because like I don't know where it comes from. Maybe it's from the previous cycle, but for some reason people have this mentality of like, oh, I need to hold, and it's like, everything or nothing, and they even kind of like attach selling at a loss. It is, it's like fucking physical pain or something.
No,
And it's
yeah,
so weird. People don't understand. Like at the end of the day, your role here is not to be a part of some community or not to be called diamond hands and all this shit. It's just to be a profitable trader, right? And doesn't matter how you do it, but you have to stick to your rules, because otherwise, like, how do you expect to make it if you just if you put all your money into an altcoin, then you don't have liquidity to put money into something else, and then you feel bad about selling the thing. That's
no,
the worst.
yeah. That's like one thing that was bad about NFTs, because like there'd be times where people would be up on NFTs and they're like, "Fuck, I can't sell because then people are gonna be mad at me." But it's same with meme coins. But it's interesting though. It's like there's certain. It's good to be part of a community, but if like the community isn't like if the project isn't growing and adapting and like with the ecosystem, why are you holding it? Like all the people who are holding all the altcoins that are doing nothing, and they're like they have this hopium that it's gonna come back. Like nothing is changing. You know what I'm saying? Like there's great ecosystems and communities that are growing. Like hype is the greatest one. Like that's like the best community and ecosystem that is actively growing. And if you're part of that, you're winning because it's growing. You know what I'm saying? But there's no change in the other altcoins that are at zero. So it's like, why the fuck are you holding that and not this? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think it also
Like,
like
you gotta
exposes
be
how
smart about
people
that.
think fundamentally, and just the basics of human psychology, because like, yeah, people just don't want to admit that they are wrong, right?
Um,
Do you use AI for your trading right now?
Bro, that shit's all psyop. Bro, AI is good, but it is good for like the whole idea. Like, bro, the AI. One thing I hate about AI, I was super early into AI. Like, I was in ChatGPT beta, like Open AI Gym. I don't know if you like.
Oh, shit.
I was I was in like the Disco Diffusion, like, but now it's so cringe because AI is so popular, so everyone's like they spam AI, but it's still
Mm.
like it's not good enough to do certain things, and it's like, but you can't ask AI to do a trade. Also, a lot of AI is just gonna agree with you. It's just like AI is a dick rider right now. It's just gonna agree with everything you fucking tell it. If you tell it the Earth is flat and you keep saying, "Yo, I'm right," it's gonna agree with you. Like it's you know what I'm saying? Like it's like bad. It is good for research. I have used it for research where it's like help me find stocks that are similar to this because it
Yep.
has like the database of everything. It's good for research, but you can't like give it a chart and be like, yo, long it. That's just like, you know what I'm saying? That's just fucking you're just gonna get rinsed right now if you do that.
Yeah, no, 100%, 100%. I think like people, with AI, they want to outsource critical thinking and decision making to AI, because
Yeah.
themselves they don't feel, I don't know, capable enough to make a decision, right? And that's probably gonna be like the number one skill in the next months and years, which is how to critically think and how to do research. Because at the end of the day, AI can give you some input, but it's on you to make a decision, right?
No, it's so, but the whole AI, dude, it's so funny because everyone's like, bro, AI, make me this website. Don't make any mistakes. It's like, oh,
Yeah.
but then it's like funny because it kind of shows you how, like, in the future, it's going to be like, bro, humans are just going to do nothing then if that's how people are using AI now. It's like once the AI actually gets to a level where they're just smarter, it's going to be like, bro, why the fuck do we, like, you're, like, I'm just going to make the company. Why am I listening to your dumb fucking ass? Like, I don't
Yeah.
know.
It's definitely getting very interesting as well for because there's gonna be like obviously the public models that we see right now, and there's gonna be the private models for the companies, right? And one thing I personally have seen is that the output produced on public models is not necessarily that correct, right? And the reason why is because it's trained based off public data. So let's say you write code, or let's say you write content, and then it's trained off content that is bad quality, or trained off code that is bad quality, because these are public repositories, right? Like nobody gives you quality code out there. And then what happens is like AI just gradually learns based on that, and then potentially in the future is gonna give you, you know, worse and worse input, unless you train it on your own data. But for that, you don't want to give that data to the public, so you need your own LLM, right?
Also, they nerf it really hard. Like OpenAI's model, they have nerfed it really, really hard because they're scared about the limitations that people can do with it. So
Yeah.
like a lot of the models, like even the new model that came out today, they nerfed that pretty fucking hard. And they even said it like they're like, we have to nerf this because it can get out of hand. Do you know what I'm saying? Like Mythos. And
Yeah.
it's the same thing with this happened especially with GPT-3, GPT 3.5. I don't know if I think it was 3.5, where it started getting like really popular, and then people started using it for some things, and then the OpenAI team had to deliberately nerf the model and make it worse. And then people are like, why is this shit? And that's why like other models are, but like I still think the best model is the OpenAI model, but they're so popular they have to nerf it because they're scared about the implications that can happen with society, which is so scary. Like it is like you can't. I always talk about this. It's like now you have the dumbest person in the world having the intelligence of Einstein, and it's like you kind of don't want that. Because if that dumb person's like, because most people, I have a tweet about this where it's like people go and rob gas stations for 2 SOL. Like people rob gas stations for $300. It's like, what are you doing, bro? Like you're robbing a gas station for 30 years in prison for 300. You're a fucking moron, like genuinely. But it's if that person had the intelligence of Einstein, he's now robbing hundreds of millions of dollars. So it is very scary in that implication. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't want that person who goes robs gas stations gets 30 years in life, where there's like infinite fucking cameras now to have the intelligence of Einstein. It's like scary. Like you don't want that.
I didn't think about it this way. It's actually a very interesting point of view.
Yeah, it's actually especially with like a lot of the sim swappers, like fucking Greavies, like all those guys. It is very bad, and I think. I have I was talking about this with my good friend, and it's like in the next 10 years, scamming is going to get 100 times worse. Especially with, oh my god, bro! Like what's so scary now is that a lot of the smart people understand this, right? But most smart people don't scam because if you're smart enough, you can make your money in trading. You could do a business. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't have to fucking scam. But the reason a lot of people scam is because they're like they don't want to do those things, and it's just easier. So a lot of the dumb people they scam, or the people they're just like they don't want to make a business. They don't want to do it. Like there's like I want easy money, fast money. So they scam, and then now with AI, as it's getting better, they're gonna learn how to scam better, and like you know what I mean. So it's gonna get worse and worse and worse. And I think like in the future, scamming is gonna get 100 times worse. And there's going to need to be, right now, there's no companies for this. There needs to be multiple companies helping old people not get scammed, making sure that, like, is this picture that you see AI? Is it like, it's just so bad. I'm going to be honest. If you have a parent, bro, don't give them the internet. Like, genuinely, I would not give them the internet. Or if you give them the internet, you have to give them like a locked type browser where they can't like do certain shit because it's going to get bad. Like, it's going to get bad.
Yeah. Especially right now, like, with like, the deepfakes, 11 labs where you can do the voices, these kind of things. This is insane. Like your grandma can be fucking called by some people pretending to be from a bank or whatever, and then it's gone. And like the scale of that, it's so like it just moving forward so fast that there's kind of like no way and no regulation and no public awareness as well about that. Like
it's funny.
Like how do you even stop it, right?
Dude, have you seen, I don't know if you've seen, there was an interview that happened with Sam Altman, and they were asking about this, and he was like, yeah, that's a huge concern we have, but and then he just stopped, and then he was like, yeah, that's a big concern. People should be worried about that. And then he just like, and it's like, bro, it's like, yo, dude, like, It's like, so you know this is gonna happen, and he was like, yeah, we need to change all regulations. All banking would probably have to be changed. Like all of the face, like because most phones have Face ID, that needs to be changed. Like, and then he was like, yeah, someone should work on that. And it's like, bro, what? Like, man, you don't. It's like, I don't know. But also, it's like at the same time, they want to like they're having so much funding to grow this AI because they will genuinely change the entire world. So it's like there's like, you know, it's like when new technology happens, there's always bad things. But it's like this is like, I don't know, but it's like the pros. I guess the overall, like the pros is just so significant that it's like these small hiccups that will happen, but like these hiccups are bad. And I think like if you have parents and shit, you have to be like really mindful of this in the next like upcoming years.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, definitely. The awareness has to be up there because otherwise everything is cooked. And yeah, anyway, but you mentioned that you use AI to do research for some stocks, and so are you also in stocks or no?
yeah, I am. I'm in a couple of stocks. I'm in like Intel, Google, like, you know, a couple good, you know, MU. But it's I don't know. Stocks are just up only, you know, especially with AI. Like if you think AI is the future and you're not holding, like that's one thing that was funny. I would always talk about this. And it was like,
hey, real quick, if you trade crypto or Forex and you keep running into the same set of mistakes, like taking profits too early, moving stop losses all the time, chasing the pump at 3 a.m., I know exactly what you're doing because I've been in the same place. And that's why we built Lock-in. Analyze thousands of accounts, over 400 data points per trade, 11 emotional states, every single thing that destroy traders. It's like whoop, bad for traders. Now, if you want to get access to top 7 mistakes that destroy over 90% of accounts, go to lockin.trade and leave your email. That will also put you on a priority access for the Lock-in app. Now, let's get back to the podcast.
Yeah, you think AI is the future, but you're gonna hold this dog shit shitcoin that makes no revenue. So like this, so it's like funny that like I have, I don't want to like there's people who hold fucking AI meme coins thinking that it's gonna go up, but it's like, yo, there's AI stocks that are making hundreds of billions of dollars. Buy that, it's going up, dumb fuck. Like, I don't understand that. It makes no sense to me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like it doesn't make sense. Like these semiconductors are insane. Like that's the actual future. Why are you not buddy? Like I don't know.
You know, decentralized finance. No, but how do you think about it? Like you make so you make money in crypto and then you buy stocks, or what kind of system do you have, or you just completely separate that and it's not connected?
I think you know, Stanley Druckenmiller, like if you know that, it's like one of the greatest fund managers. So if you limit yourself to one market, you're just, you know, that's just dumb. Like there's always like when gold was going up only, and you're like, fuck, I'm never gonna buy gold because I'm only in crypto, or I'm only in equities, or I'm only in real estate. You're just a fucking moron. Like it's like there's always opportunities in the world, and you have to always be adapting with that, right? Like when the gold thing was happening, like I was longing gold. I was like, I didn't make as much as I should have, but it was insane. Like every day, gold was going up 5%, and gold is like a $20 trillion asset. It was insane on infinite size. It was going up 5% every fucking day when Bitcoin was going to zero, when like the stock market it was insane. And then after that, silver did a 4x. Like I caught silver pretty well. Like silver was insane. Like it literally did a 4x because like the semiconductors, and then also China banned whatever. You know, there's like a lot of things to it, but it's like there's just so much opportunities. And if you limit yourself to only crypto or only one, it just doesn't make sense. It's the same thing with stocks. Like, bro, companies, like go look at Nvidia's earnings, like it's fucking ridiculous. And it's like if you're not allocating to that, if you're not allocating to some of the semiconductors or even researching about it, looking into it, you're just like, I don't know, you're just like doing yourself a disservice. It doesn't make sense.
Yeah, I think also a big part of that is like people, first of all, they are in a bubble, yes, of course, and so they're limiting themselves to the specific market, but also, yeah, it just can like they are scared to try new things. This is at least what I've seen. Like, oh, it's too late. I'm not gonna touch it, and very often it's not this way. And another, because like if you know, you know, but the markets are designed to go up over time.
Yeah, if you're in a good market, it's gonna go up. Like that's just simply it. Especially with like things that have like, if something actually recruits, it's actually growing and has revenue, and like things like, and it's like just gonna go like look into. I think NVIDIA is like the greatest example because of it, because like NVIDIA is basically the monopoly of AI right now. But it literally went up only, and there'd be a lot of times there was a lot of FUD, like the DeepSeek FUD happened, and that nuked, and then everyone was like, "Yo, like no one talks about DeepSeek anymore." Like, but that nuked the market, and everything kept going up after that. So it's like, and I think also like you have to also be smart. I was listening to another fund man. I forgot who it was, but he was talking about how if you go back to the internet bubble, like the bubble of like internet, a lot of people, the internet bubble is insane. So much people made a fuck ton of money. Like it was like the internet stocks were ridiculous. Like they were going 100x their valuation. Like they made no sense, and people were beating them in the future sense, right? And a lot of those, companies went to zero. But if you were an active trader, it was very easy because you saw the companies stop growing, you saw the companies stop making money, and then you saw new companies that were growing, and you really all you had to do was just transition to those. If you just have to be like mindful that you can be like Stanley Druckenmiller has a great thing, and he talks about this all the time, where it's like he can change his position in like any time, and he tries to never unless his reasoning and his understanding changes. You should always be open to change your position. And he has a great story about gold about this. So he was super bullish gold, and I think he was long like 1.4 bill of gold. Okay, and because he saw the monetary system change, and he thought gold was good, and then it started doing well, and then and then something happened with like the prime minister or some shit, and he saw that, and he was like, wait, this completely changes my thesis, right? And completely sold all of his gold, and he only held gold for like a week. You understand? So he built a 1 bill position and sold it the next week. And people are like, "What the fuck are you doing? You're a schizo." And people always say that about him. But it's like you have to be willing to change your positions and be like, "Okay, my ideas changed. I have to switch." And like you can't, like, you know what I'm saying? Like you have to just always be actively like flowing into that. If that makes any sense.
Yeah, no, but you know how people think, right? They're like, I'm buying this. I mean, as you said, your point was one of the biggest lessons was to just understand the stuff you're buying, and people are like, oh, I'll buy that because this guy I'm following on Twitter buys that, or I'll buy that because I like it or I feel like buying it. But then when bad times come, it's like, oh, do I even have a thesis? What is the validation of a thesis? They don't really do the homework in terms of like playing out different scenarios and then positioning themselves accordingly, because otherwise you're just being reactive, right? It doesn't, you can't even call this stuff investing or trading.
Yeah. Also, if that is your thesis, you have to make sure if that guy sells, you actually sell. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's certain times where the thesis is the guy, but then the guy sells and people still hold it, and then they just hold it to zero. It's like, like you got to make sure. Like, also one really good thing is just always backtracking why you did that thing. I try to do that. I'm still bad at it, but I always try to backtrack like why I bought something and why I was wrong or why I was right. If that makes any sense.
Yeah, no, definitely. Because then, like, I mean, that's actually one of the most interesting things that we have found. One is that you can put the same strategy in front of two different groups of people, and the strategy is profitable, and one people will be profitable, another one will be not. And the reason why is just emotions. Like, it's literally like you and me trading the same strategy, and you'll be profitable because, let's say, you have good money management, and I will not be profitable because I trade with my emotions, right? Or I don't know how to scale and stuff. So this is one of the most interesting things that we found. Another interesting thing that we found is that people will always write down their losses, but never their wins, right? Which is kind of counterintuitive, because you also have to understand the patterns in between your wins. So what are you doing correct? Because this is what you want to do more. But people will only like write down, what they did bad, and then they don't really come back to that, which is, yeah.
Yeah. I actually never thought about that. That is like, because I kind of do the, yeah, that is true. Like if I guess it's like, yeah, actually, no, that makes more sense. Like you should you should count the things that you're winning as like, why was that right? But also it creates a bias too. I don't know, but realistically, in the end, if you're just always looking to grow, it's like that Ray Dalio thing where it's like, make mistakes, learn from the mistakes, grow from the mistakes, like understand why you made those mistakes, and just like repeat that infinitely, and then you'll just get better at everything. That's just like, that's just a life skill. Like if you ever like, I don't know if you ever skateboarded or anything.
I did for 5 years.
Yeah, I think skateboarding is the greatest like example of that.
Yeah.
Of like, you skate, if you're like, let's say you're trying to hit an ollie or whatever, you're gonna fall infinite amount of times, and then you figure out how to do the ollie, and you figure out how you're doing it incorrectly, and then you repeatedly practice it, and then you slowly incrementally get better at doing the ollie, and then you hit it, and then after you hit the ollie, you're like, let me hit a kickflip. You know what I'm saying? Like, or you like, like you just try to hit harder shit. And then you just like, after you like, that's also another thing. Like certain people improve, but then they don't try to do the next harder thing, which makes no sense. Like that's why I think everyone should skateboard. Like realistically, like when they're young, like when I have a kid, I'm gonna make him skateboard, because I think it teaches you that, because like you skateboard and then you hit it, like you hit it first, do like a simple trick, and then you hit the next harder trick, and then it's just like you hit one trick, you practice a lot, you get better, you figure it out, and then you do the next harder thing, and then you just infinitely repeat that. And that's the same thing with trading. Like, and I guess it's not like the same, but it's like the same principles, if that makes any sense. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
yeah,
the same yeah, and it's the same thing with everything in life. Like if you want to make a business, if you want to go to the gym, if you want to, like, it's the same pattern with everything in life. Like when you go to the gym, you know what I mean? It's like you hit one way, you get stronger, you do a harder way, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah. I mean, what blows my mind every single time I talk about this with people is how simple it is. Like there's literally no secrets, and stuff we are saying here is no secret knowledge. Like it's not anything that you don't know.
People know this from fucking Socrates times.
People don't do it. Like and I always say, if you are serious about something, you just have to take it seriously. Like you can't expect results if you, let's say, don't backtrack your trades, or if you don't try to improve. Like if you don't take it seriously, you don't take it seriously, and that's it.
Yeah, there's a great quote that I like, where it's like, everyone says like this doesn't work, but it's like the gym works. People know it. Like if you go to the gym, you'll be healthier, you'll look better. Like most people don't go to the gym. Everyone knows if you eat healthy, you're going to be healthier. Most people still eat like shit. You know what I'm saying? It's like there's no. At the end of the day, it is up to you. And I think also another great thing is, it is the environment that you put yourself around and who you look at, right? And it's like, if you're in an environment where you're around a lot of fat niggas and you're just like, you're itself, it by indirect is not going to be like active. You're not going to want to push yourself. But if you're always around people who are active, or you're like pursuing that, if you're in gyms, like if you go to the gym, you're going to see people who are active, and you know what I'm saying? Like they're active, they're healthy, they're trying to improve themselves. But if you go to a place where it's like fucking McDonald's every day, if you go to another place, like you're going to only see that behavior. And you have to make sure you're in an environment where that behavior is genuinely benefiting you, or you want to be in that you want to be a part of. Like that's a huge thing too. And I think a lot of people like don't realize that, where they put themselves in environments that are really bad, or they don't actively try to like go outside of their comfort zone. Like, like you like go to a gym, go to like people go to a run club, go to like play pickleball. Like there's so many things you can do. And a lot of those people, like they want more people to join them because it's more fun when there's more people. You know what I mean? It's the same thing with trading, like trading groups, like shit like that.
Oh yeah, I agree. And I mean, it's all about conditioning, right? And just like it. I mean, mathematically, you're just increasing your chance of success if you are around the right people, because your norms change and kind of like your threshold, right? So let's say you're making whatever 3K a month trading, and you join a group that is making 10K a month trading, and then you're like, oh, this is a new level now. So even naturally, your brain starts just thinking of, instead of like, oh, how do I maintain my 3K? You're like, oh, now how do I make 10, right? And you start finding ways. And that goes for anything in life. It's all about conditioning.
100%. Especially also what you watch. Like bro, I always get tilted when like there is so much information. I would always tell this to my, because in high school, I
Mhm.
used to listen to like audiobooks of like a lot of books, and I would like, or even podcasts. Like I love podcasts. I think podcasts, I think, is the greatest. Podcasts are, in my opinion, one of the greatest mediums in human history that has ever existed. In no other
100.
time period where are you able to listen to one of the smartest people talk. Like there is no audio recordings of Einstein or Nikola Tesla or fucking, you know what I'm saying? Like there is none of that. There's nothing of Socrates. Like, and if there was one, everyone would listen because they're like, what the fuck? This doesn't exist in
Mhm.
all of human history, right? There's no, but now there's conversations of the smartest scientists, astrophysicists, like the smartest traders, like, and they get so little views, and then people go and watch fucking videos of like some fucking dumbass girl talking about how she got railed and drilled. But it's also, oh, dumb fuck, you don't have to watch that. Like, bro, when Bonnie Blue does a podcast, you don't have to watch that podcast. You know that, right? Like, but people like, and they also love to get mad about that. But it's like, yo, you deliberately don't have to watch that, but people still watch that. So it's like, I don't know. It's like the like there's one podcast I love, and it's like I forget, it's like a Dutch, so he's like a Dutch bank manager, and he
Okay.
interviews such insane people. Like he interviewed Stanley Druckenmiller, he interviewed Citadel VP, like the Citadel, like so much insane people, and they get he interviewed the VP of Walmart recently, and they get
Wow.
like 3-4K views, and it's like such insane information, and like they get no views because it's not entertaining to the person. But then if you go and watch fucking any Bonnie Blue podcast, they all have 1 million views. So it's like,
Yeah.
you can choose to what you want to watch. Like it's out there. It's the same thing with books. Like there's so much great books that give such general, like amazing information, but it's like most people just don't like at the end of the day, if you want to be successful, information is out there, and you just have to like be willing to go and like, if you don't find it interesting, you're just not going to succeed. That's just simply it. Like that's just simply like the truth of it. Like if I actually like trading. I like trading, in my opinion, is so fucking fun to me. It's like one of the
Mhm.
greatest video games of all time. Like it's like the roller coaster when you're up money, down money, when your thesis is right, even when you're wrong. Like I find that
Yeah.
so enjoyable. And if you don't find it fun and enjoyable, it's the same thing. I like going to the gym. Like when I go to the gym and I hit a workout, when like just recently I did 185 for incline, a bench press for like 12, and
Crazy.
I was like, that gets me hyped. Like I want to go to the gym so I can like hit a stronger thing. Like you know what I mean? If you don't find those things enjoyable, you're not gonna do those things. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't find like certain things enjoyable. I'm just never gonna do those. And a certain person who does find them enjoyable is gonna do that. And that's just simply like you can't like it's hard to break that. And if you don't find it interesting, you're just not. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah. I think it's a skill issue. Like it's
Skill
about also
issue.
yeah. It's about like understanding uh what do you make enjoyable, because if you find watching videos enjoyable, it's gonna be like, oh, this is what you're gonna do, right? So you have to find the good things, like you have to find the things that you enjoy, so then that turns into something productive, because yeah, otherwise you're just gonna join most of the people, right, which are, as we all
Yeah.
know,
That's just simply that's
algo
just how
sharks
I
and poor.
no, like it's funny. I have a tweet about this where like people always say that 1%, like only
Yeah.
1% of people go to the like can bench 225 or like, but it's like when you actually go to the gym, you realize it's not difficult. It's just the hard part is the consistency and like doing it. But most people just don't do that. And it's the same thing with making money. It's like making money isn't difficult. It's just the hard part is the consistency, learning how to like learning how money works, all that. And if you don't put that effort, especially now, I think for money now isn't like Elon's almost a trillionaire.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
if you,
Different.
it's actually it's like insane, but but the trickle effect is insane because if you are smarter, you could like look at the you can make way more. But also, so it's like I don't like all the information. If you don't like it, but you're just not gonna do it. That's just simply it. Like that's just simply it. But if you
Yeah.
do and you persevere and you keep pushing and you learn and you slowly grow, you're gonna get better and you're gonna like I just all there is to it.
100%. 100%. Okay, final question. If you could give yourself a advice, maybe your younger self, what would you say?
I would honestly say, fuck, my younger self. It's hard because I would just say, just like when I'm doing something, even now I catch myself doing this, where it's like when I want to do something, I want to
Mhm.
be attentive in that thing, and I want to like do that to like the best of my abilities, and I actually give it all my energy. Where like a
Mhm.
lot of times I would like half-ass it. Even now, like there's certain like sometimes like when I go to the gym or whatever, I half-ass it, and I want to get better at that. Where
Yeah.
you want to actually have that 100% attentiveness and trying to improve and trying to like actively like, okay, I actually want to do this. And I did that with trading where I would like half-ass it some days I wouldn't, and I would just be like, even now I kind of tell myself this, where it's like, be more attentive, like be smarter about why you're doing this, like, you know what I mean? It's like
Yeah,
me
I
more
think
present in that.
I think, I mean, it's crazy that we are talking about it because being 100% honest, I was struggling with the same thing. And then I will notice that, you know, these few extra reps that you don't do in the gym, or, you know, you'll be like, oh, one last exercise, I just have to do bicep, and you wouldn't do bicep. And then, you know, let's say there is something that you have to do in trading or in work, and then you would skip that. So I what I discovered is like the way you do one thing is the way you do everything. And, you know, as humans, we all operate in patterns, and that's why it's so important to actually commit. And the slower way is always the fastest way, even though it looks slower in the moment.
Yeah, I kind of, yeah, it's like the slow increments build up, but you don't really see the slow increments. That's like one thing I've noticed. Like you see it with other people. I think that's a great thing. Like when people look smacks, that's like one
Mhm.
thing where, or even like the gym, where it's like you kind of don't see the small changes that's happening to your body. But then if it's someone else who hasn't seen you for 3 months, they see it because it's like, but it's like you don't see those small changes. But if you don't do those small little things, like they add up, like they're actually very significant.
Yeah, I just had a discussion with a friend like maybe 2 hours ago. I was explaining him that when you know, when you think about a big goal, let's say, or even let's take a six pack, right? You want to have a six pack.
Yeah.
So instead of thinking about having a six pack, you think, oh, the literally the only thing that I have to do is eating healthy today, recovering well, and training to failure. And instead of focusing on like the big thing, you focus on a small thing, and you focus on winning a day. And this is all your focus, right? So you kind of like trick your mind into like, okay, I don't think about this big thing. I don't really care. All I have to do is this small thing today, and that's it. You do it, the day is done. You win a day. And if you do it long enough, the effect will just
You have
happen.
the
And it
six pack.
feels the same for, yeah. Like after, you know,
Yeah.
6 months, a year, whatever. Some people maybe 3 years, but it will happen. And money,
3
money is the
years.
same, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
Uh,
100%.
I think great podcast, man. For the people that want to follow you, where they can find you.
I'm on Twitter, OX River A. I'm like posting things there from time to time. I troll post, send my opinion, things like that.
So you have a community or something people can join?
I don't really have I have a TG group, but I don't really post it, but I don't really have like a community. I kind of just post on Twitter. I just
Cool.
give my
All right, guys.
opinions. If you have a question, you could just ask me. If I see it, I'll respond.
Yeah, bad. So guys, you go to Twitter, follow 0x River. River, thank you so much for your time. Thank you for a great talk. We are talking for 47 minutes.
40 minutes.
And yeah, awesome. I
Appreciate it,
hope we
man.
can
That was
do a
good.
debate or something.
Have a good one, boys. Have a good one.